Welcome back to the Business Book Club. You know how it is, right? Endless pages of theory.
Oh, yeah.
We're all about getting to that core stuff you can actually use.
Exactly, the stuff that makes a difference.
So today, we're going deep on a book that's like a field manual for seriously high-stakes leadership.
Okay, buckle up.
It's called Leadership Strategy and Tactics.
I like it already.
And the author is Jocko Willink.
Now, there's a name that carries some weight.
Right. I mean, his background is incredible. Former U.S. Navy SEAL, commanded Task Unit Bruiser during the Iraq War.
The most decorated special ops unit.
That's right.
So he's not just theorizing about this stuff.
Yeah.
He's been there.
He's lived it, which is why I think his perspective on leadership is so valuable.
Battle-tested, you could say.
Yeah, exactly.
In environments most of us can't even imagine.
So our mission today is to kind of distill that wisdom, take all those experiences and figure out what it means for us.
For entrepreneurs specifically.
Right. How can we use those lessons to build better teams?
And actually hit our goals.
Hit those business goals that we're all striving for.
I love that practical focus.
So one of the things that really struck me right away was Willink's take on leadership at its most basic level.
Okay, back to basics.
He says it's about getting things done through people.
Simple enough, right?
You'd think so, but he makes this point.
It gets complicated fast.
Yeah, the how is where it gets interesting.
Because people are complicated.
Exactly. Every person, whether they're leading or following or just working alongside you.
They bring their own whole mix to the situation.
Their own personality, their own strengths and weaknesses.
And their own baggage.
You know, he cuts through all the fluff about leadership.
It's real.
Yeah, he's like, look, you're dealing with human beings here.
Messy, unpredictable.
And sometimes he says the biggest obstacle is the leader themselves.
Their own ego.
Right, and I think that's something we can all relate to.
Oh, absolutely.
But here's the thing. Within all that complexity, Willink sees patterns.
Okay, so there's some order in the chaos.
Yeah, he says if you can spot those patterns in how people and teams operate,
you can start to predict what's going to happen.
And even more importantly, you can influence those outcomes.
That's the game changer.
That's the real power of leadership.
I like where this is going.
And that's the core of this book. It's not some theoretical mumbo-jumbo.
No fluff.
No, it's a straight-up manual.
Give me the tactics.
Yeah, he gives you the strategies and tactics for actually using these principles.
That's what we need.
He wants you to understand the concepts, of course, but more importantly, he wants you to know how to apply them.
How to get things done.
How to use those concepts to get results in the real world.
I can dig it.
And that's what you as a listener are here for, right? You don't want just theories.
I want to know what works.
You want tools you can use today to lead better and grow your business.
Give me the actionable insights.
So let's get into some of those.
Let's do it.
One of the first things that really hit me was how Willink talked about his own early development as a leader.
Okay, how do you get there?
He talks about learning on the job through experience and observation.
Or what we call OJT.
Exactly, on-the-job training.
Learn by doing.
He says in those early years as a SEAL, there weren't fancy leadership seminars.
Sink or swim.
He learned by watching by doing.
Trial by fire.
And he was lucky enough to have some really experienced leaders around him.
Mentors.
Yeah, mentors who took the time to explain the why behind their decisions.
Showing him the ropes.
And he also learned a ton from Vietnam veterans.
Wow, stories from the front lines.
Yeah, they shared these powerful stories.
Full of tactical insights.
And he emphasizes how important it was to really listen to those stories.
Not just hear them, but absorb them.
Let those lessons sink in.
That makes sense.
And eventually he got to test those principles in combat.
The ultimate test.
Right. In those high-stakes situations, those lessons became ingrained.
And then he started teaching the younger SEALs.
Passing on that knowledge.
The cycle continues.
So there's obvious value in that OJT, right? Learning by doing.
You can't beat real-world experience.
But Willink also gives a warning.
Oh.
He says relying only on OJT can be risky.
How so?
Because not every mentor is a great leader.
True. You can learn bad habits.
You can pick up ineffective approaches without even realizing it.
You might not know any better.
And that's a big takeaway for entrepreneurs, I think.
What's the solution?
You got to be intentional about your development as a leader.
Okay. So don't just wing it.
Right. Don't just rely on what you pick up day to day.
Got it.
Supplement that with structured learning.
Like what?
Mentorship programs. Read books on leadership.
Take courses.
Yeah, targeted workshops, things like that.
Be proactive.
So you're not just learning by chance.
You're building a real skill set.
And that speaks to your desire to really understand things deeply.
I want to be thorough.
Right. Not just scratching the surface.
Okay. I'm with you.
So building on that idea of learning from others, Willink talks a lot about the impact of having good mentors
Finding the right people.
and constantly observing how they operate.
Always be learning.
He says he got so much from those experienced SEALs who shared their experiences.
Their knowledge, their tactics.
And he says even short anecdotes, even just casual stories,
Little nuggets of wisdom.
can contain huge leadership principles if you're paying attention.
If you're listening for them.
And that's so true for entrepreneurs, too.
You're always facing new challenges.
There are obstacles everywhere.
And you need guidance.
So find those seasoned entrepreneurs, those advisors who've been there.
People who have the scars to prove it.
Yeah, their stories aren't just entertaining.
They're roadmaps.
They reveal strategies and lessons that can make or break your business.
Those aha moments you love.
Exactly, those flashes of insight.
You can find them in those stories.
Now, Willink also talks about this crucial gap
Okay, what gap?
between understanding a leadership concept in your head
The theory.
and actually using it effectively in real life.
Putting it into practice.
He says just knowing the theory doesn't make you a good leader.
It's about what you do with it.
The real test is how you apply those principles
In the trenches.
day after day.
So what does that look like?
He says effective leaders need great communication skills
To articulate their vision.
to set clear expectations,
They got to master delegation
empower their team,
and build those strong relationships.
handle conflict well.
It's not just one thing, it's the whole package.
It's understanding the theory and then having the skills to execute.
Makes sense.
So reading a book like Willink's is great,
Get that foundation.
but the real growth comes from trying these things out in your own business.
Experiment.
Yeah. Test different communication styles.
See what works with your team.
Practice delegating
Give people more autonomy
and work on how you resolve disagreements.
constructively.
And this practical approach is good for another reason, too.
What's that?
It helps with that feeling of being overwhelmed.
We've all been there.
Right. You're not trying to change everything at once.
Small steps.
You're focusing on specific skills one at a time.
Makes it less daunting.
One thing I found really interesting was how Willink talks about the power of an outsider perspective.
Interesting.
He says he's always had this rebellious streak.
And never one to follow the crowd.
And that tendency to be a little bit outside the norm,
To think differently.
it gave him a clearer view of how people interact.
He could see things others miss
He could spot the underlying dynamics, the tensions, the motivations,
because he wasn't caught up in it.
and he realized that detachment was an advantage.
How so?
It helped him see problems more clearly,
And find better solutions.
even if those solutions were unconventional.
I could see how that would be valuable.
And it's a big lesson for entrepreneurs.
You're often challenging the status quo.
Disrupting industries.
So that ability to step back,
To question the accepted wisdom,
it can give you a real edge.
it lets you see your team more objectively,
And make decisions that might seem counterintuitive at first.
but ultimately lead to better results.
I like that.
And that connects to your desire to see things from multiple angles.
I want the full picture.
Now let's talk about one of the most structured frameworks in the book,
Okay, lay it on me.
the 4 laws of combat.
Ooh, that sounds intense.
Willink applies these laws to the business world.
Taking military principles and making them relevant to us.
He says these are universal leadership principles.
Forged in the heat of battle.
So these 4 laws are cover and move.
Okay, so
I like that one already.
prioritize and execute.
Getting things done?
And decentralized command.
Sounds powerful.
And they provide a really clear framework.
A blueprint.
So cover and move is all about teamwork.
A foundation of any good operation.
Making sure different parts of your organization are supporting each other.
No silos.
Breaking down those silos
Everyone working together.
towards a common goal.
I like it.
A great example he uses is the relationship between sales and product development.
2 essential parts of any business.
Sales has to cover for product by giving them good customer feedback.
Market intelligence. And product has to cover for sales by delivering a solid product.
With clear timelines.
They have to work together.
Makes sense.
The second law, simple, is all about avoiding unnecessary complexity.
Keep it straightforward.
Because confusion leads to mistakes.
And delays.
So keep your objectives, your tasks, your communication as clear as possible.
So everyone knows what they're doing.
The third law, prioritize and execute, is crucial when you've got a million things going on.
Which is always.
Right, you got to figure out the most important things
The top priorities.
and focus your energy there.
Cut through the noise.
And the fourth law, decentralized command, is about giving leaders at all levels the power to make decisions.
Empowering your team.
So if every little thing has to go through you,
It creates a bottleneck.
and it kills morale,
So give people the authority to handle things.
I think this structured approach really works.
Clear, actionable.
And I know you like that kind of clarity.
I do. I appreciate a good framework.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, Willink also talks about these two big ideas, extreme ownership and the dichotomy of leadership.
Okay, those sound pretty deep.
So extreme ownership is about taking full responsibility
For everything.
for your team's performance no matter what.
No excuses.
If someone messes up, you don't blame them.
You look in the mirror.
You ask what you could have done better.
As a leader,
Did you train them properly? Did you communicate clearly?
it's a tough mindset.
But it's powerful.
So what about this dichotomy of leadership?
It's the idea that good leadership often means embracing seemingly contradictory traits.
Okay, explain that.
Like you need to be confident, but also humble.
Confident in your decisions, but willing to admit when you're wrong.
Exactly.
You have to be assertive to get results, but also empathetic.
Understanding of your team's needs.
It's about finding that balance,
And he talks about the importance of admitting mistakes publicly
not hiding them.
and fixing them quickly.
Don't dwell on them.
And don't be extreme in your approach.
They're not too permissive, but not a dictator either.
Find that middle ground.
That's where the trust is built.
And that leads into another key concept, subordinating your ego.
Ego the enemy.
Willink says ego clashes can destroy a team.
Everyone's fighting for themselves.
So you have to put your ego aside
Practice humility.
because the mission, the team's success is more important than your personal pride.
It's a team effort,
And when you genuinely value the strengths of others,
even those you lead,
it creates a collaborative environment.
instead of a competitive one.
Then there's trust.
The foundation of everything.
Willink says it's essential for any high-performing team.
Trust up and down the chain.
Trusting your superiors and trusting those you lead.
Two-way street.
Building trust with your team means giving them real responsibility
Letting them make decisions.
and letting them learn from their mistakes.
Even when those mistakes have consequences.
Because that's how they grow.
It's about giving them the space to learn,
And building trust with your superiors means being honest with them,
even when it's hard.
giving them the bad news along with the good,
And giving feedback constructively.
not just tearing people down.
That makes sense.
And this is something entrepreneurs really need to pay attention to
It's easy to lose sight of the team.
when you're busy building your business.
You're focused on the big picture.
But Willink says you got to stay connected.
How do you do that?
Share updates regularly, both the wins and the losses.
Transparency.
And involve your frontline employees in decisions.
Let them have a voice.
That builds trust.
And that ties back to decentralized command.
You can't empower your team if you don't trust them.
It all comes back to trust.
Now, your title might give you authority.
But that's not enough.
Willink says real influence and respect have to be earned.
You don't get it just because of your position.
And he says respect goes both ways.
You give it to get it.
If you listen to your team members,
Consider their ideas.
involve them in the decision-making process,
They'll respect your decisions more.
even the tough ones.
That's huge.
And that's so important in a growing business.
Everyone's contribution matters,
So acknowledge good ideas
no matter where they come from.
and implement them when you can.
That shows you value your team.
Willink also talks about leading by example.
Walk in the walk.
He tells stories about SEAL leaders doing even the most mundane tasks alongside their team,
No job too small.
like picking up spent shell casings after training.
It sends a message,
No task is beneath you.
and it builds camaraderie.
You get to interact with your team.
See things from their perspective.
So don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves.
Get your hands dirty,
Help out wherever you're needed.
even if it's not your usual job,
It shows you care.
and it keeps you grounded.
He also has this concept of leading from the rear.
That sounds interesting.
It's about empowering your team to take the lead
Giving them ownership
while you provide guidance and support.
from a strategic level,
It's about trusting them to execute,
while keeping an eye on the big picture,
and it frees you up to focus on strategy.
so you're not micromanaging.
But it's not about abandoning your team.
You still need to be involved.
You need to understand the details enough to give good guidance.
Okay, so it's a balance.
Then there's this idea of discipline as care.
I've never thought of it that way.
Willink says truly caring for your team doesn't mean making things easy.
Oh.
It means preparing them to handle challenges.
To grow stronger.
So set high standards, give honest feedback, hold people accountable.
That sounds tough.
It can be, but it's better than letting them fail.
It's about preventing bigger problems down the road.
And it helps them succeed in the long run.
So it is a form of caring.
And finally, he talks about commander's intent.
What's that?
It's about communicating the overall objective,
The why behind the mission.
but without micromanaging the how.
Give them the goal, but let them figure out the path.
Exactly. It empowers your team to be creative,
To use their expertise.
and it gives you a chance to step back.
Assess their approach.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on leadership strategy and tactics,
It's been a great discussion.
what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, first, be proactive about your leadership development.
Don't wait for it to happen.
Seek out mentors, read books, invest in your growth.
And make a conscious effort to learn from others' experiences.
Find those who've been there.
And focus on actually applying those leadership principles.
Don't just read about them. Do them.
Experiment, try different things, see what works for your team.
Cultivate that outsider perspective.
Question the norms, be objective about your team.
And remember those 4 laws of combat.
Teamwork, simplicity, prioritization, decentralized command.
Powerful stuff.
Embrace extreme ownership.
Take responsibility.
And find that balance in your leadership style.
Confidence and humility, assertiveness and empathy.
Subordinate your ego.
Build trust.
Lead from the rear.
Empower your team.
And care for your team by setting those high standards.
Discipline is care.
And always communicate that commander's intent.
The why behind the mission.
So much to think about
A
here.
lot to unpack.
So here's a final thought for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about one area of your leadership.
Where embracing that extreme ownership
Taking full responsibility.
could make the biggest positive impact?
Wow, that's a good question.
What's one thing you can start doing today to step up your leadership game?
That's something for all of us to consider.
And if you found this deep dive valuable,
I know I have.
be sure to subscribe to the Business Book Club for more insights like this.
We've got plenty more to come.
Now that's a wrap for this episode of the Business Book Club. If you enjoyed the ride, make sure to subscribe so you'll never miss our next deep dive. By the way, if you're looking for a detailed breakdown of this book, head over to my other channel, The Weekend Book Club. There, you'll find a book summary video that dives even deeper into the key concepts, plus a free book summary to download. The link is in the show notes below. Don't miss out. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode.